Disposable vapes will be banned from sale across Britain from next summer.
The government has announced a ban on disposable vapes, the single-use vapes.
Quitting vaping is the ultimate hot girl move of 2025. Like, sis, if you are still itching out to hit that strawberry stick, it's time for you to rethink your life choices. It is not hot.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
Vaping is a toxic relationship. Nobody wants to talk about. Everyone still stigmatizes smoking to be the worst for you in terms of inhaling it. And while that is true, vaping is also like that. Number one, you are a moody bitch.
Okay, whatever that means.
You are so moody and you probably don't even realize it. And yes, it is because you vape. Nicotine literally messes with your brain's reward system. It gives you the same hit as food does, as sex does, and socializing. But instead of that joy actually lasting, it's just a roller coaster of cravings. You have nicotine receptors in your brain that make you feel good for a short while, and then you need another hit, and another hit, and another hit, and another hit, and another hit. And then you have stress, and then you have withdrawal. And you're probably wondering, okay, so how does nicotine make me stressed out? When you've got a problem, you are not solving that problem every time you take a little hit of your vape. You feel better for a short while, but the problem is still there. And what you're probably not realizing on top of it is you actually have way less money, you can't taste or smell anything, and actually you are not coping with stress. That's 3 things that I've just listed there for you. And then on top of it, if you're stressed out and you can't vape, how much more stress do you feel? And then you're having to find somewhere that's appropriate to go and vape, or like trying to sneakily do it behind a table, under your shirt, risking getting in trouble. That is just added stress. And yeah, okay, at one point I did think it's the fun of it, like I'm living life, but like, really, are you? The people that you look up to in life are not doing these things. They are not running around like little addicts trying to suck on a strawberry stick. 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down, snapping at your besties, snapping at your mum, snapping at your boyfriend because you can't suck on a flavoured stick. Are you really gonna let a little flavoured stick control your life like that? Come on girls, it's not hot. Number 2, you're broke as fuck. You are broke AF. Let's talk numbers. If you're only spending £20 a month on vape juices, £240 a year. That is literally skincare, that is new makeup, that is a deposit for a holiday, that is a deposit for a new car, that is bills, that is savings, that is new hair, the list goes on. That's money that you could be reinvesting into yourself and making yourself glow and look good, and instead you are literally like blowing it up into smoke. Let's speak about disposable vapes, the ones that are literally getting banned this year, 1st of June I think it is.
Highly coloured, made of plastic, and last year we threw 5 million of them in the bin.
£7 a pop, once a week, that's 300 a year, and that's on literally air. Imagine all the skincare, the clothes, the brunches that could be spent on that. And not only just that, but how you could also treat your loved ones with that kind of money too. Let's really think about it. Is this what we want to be spending our money on? Is this gonna help our glow up? Probably not. Your body is breathless walking up the stairs. I remember when I was vaping, and I go to the gym regularly, like 4 days a week, and I was still like a little bit wheezy. Like, Jesus, why is this a strain? That chest starts feeling tight, and it happens without you even realizing as well. You think you're fine, and then out of nowhere, you can't take really deep breaths. You can't hold your breath underwater as long as you want to. And yeah, okay, these things don't seem very important, but realistically, these are signs that you are ignoring. And it's literally your lungs telling you that they hate you right now. And surprise, from June 1st, disposable vapes are getting banned in the UK. That's your perfect sign to quit now. The other thing, let's just mention, is the fact that you look like an absolute addict.
Peanut butter and crap.
We are not supposed to be doing this. We are hot girls, hot guys. We're just hot in general. Why are we itching around for a flavoured stick once again? You're vaping in the bathroom, sneaking little hits at work. You are stressing over a dead battery. Babe, I'm sorry if no one else has told you this before, but this isn't cute. If a guy was stressing out in front of you about not being able to vape and telling you that they had to run to the toilet because they needed to have a vape, if you're telling me you don't get the ick, I am going to question the fact that you're probably lying. Trying to vape on planes as well, like, come on. Are you trying to be the main character of one of those this passenger got kicked off of a plane video. That's not the life that we want you to live. Come on, darling. Let's just add on to this as well. Tobacco industry wants you to be addicted, because if you are addicted to something that has nicotine, you're more likely to eventually relapse into either buying nicotine products or smoking. Vaping is marketed as a better alternative to smoking, especially in the UK, and while it is better than smoking in some respects because it doesn't have like the 20,000 harmful chemicals, it still has a lot of harmful chemicals in there. It has that one that begins with D, whatever, I'll pop it in here, the one that gives you popcorn lung, formaldehyde, whatever the hell, I can't pronounce that. Again, absolutely terrible for your lungs. It scars your lungs. Some people are now on ventilators for life because of the stuff that's in these vapes. And let's be real, even if it is a slightly better alternative to smoking, you still now have an addiction. Big corporations are profiting from your cravings, and they make these things bright and colourful and pink and shiny and aesthetic, so you don't actually think you're doing something harmful. But let's not be fooled. The second you put it down, they lose. They're going to start losing money. You quit. You were taking your money, your hard-earned money out of your pocket, or your parents' hard-earned money, or your boyfriend's hard-earned money, or your wherever you get your money from, you were taking that and you were literally blowing it up in smoke, and these companies are profiting of it. Your body is feeling like crap and you aren't even glowing up, you're glowing down. What is the actual point? So what happens when you quit? The glow up begins immediately. When you decide to quit and you actually want to do it, you are going to be full of motivation and you're already going to feel great about it. You're probably going to start even looking down at people that like vape and smoke and just like, what are you doing? So within 20 minutes, your heart rate and your blood starts to increase. Your blood circulation starts to flow a little better and it starts to return to normal. Now, when your blood circulation starts to increase, that means that you're going to have more blood going to your face, to around your body. That means you're naturally going to start looking better. All those dark circles under your eyes, yeah, that's from vaping and it's from smoking. It's because there's no blood oxygen going to those areas. You're literally restricting it. Same as your lips as well. People always talk about you get dark lips from smoking and vaping, and it's because you've got no blood going there. Let's also add to the point that every time you do that sort of suction, like as you go in to inhale something, you will start getting wrinkles and lines around your mouth. Yes, that's not an immediate effect, but that does happen down the line. If you care about how you look and you don't want to look like you're 80 years old by the time you're 30, yeah, start doing these things now. So after 12 hours, the carbon monoxide in your body then starts to decrease, so it means like your muscles, your heart, your brain all start functioning better. So if you start to exercise as well, or if you do exercise, you will start to get these gains a lot easier and your body will just start to feel a lot better. After like a day, your risk of heart attack dramatically reduces. 48 hours, your taste and smell starts to improve. Your food actually tastes like heaven, and yes, you probably did taste it before, but now that chocolate cake that you like, that pasta that you absolutely like, it tastes even better. And you know what, because it tastes even better, you're probably not going to need to add things to it as much, like salt, for example. These are like trickle effects of what happens when you smoke as well, and you just don't realize these things until you actually start breaking them down. After a week, your cravings start to decrease. The main thing is that you need to get through the first 72 hours. Those are the hardest 3 days. That's when your cravings are at an all-time high because there's still nicotine running through your body. After that, the 3 to 5 days, they're gone. So the actual physical cravings are gone. The 1% that's left is all just mental. And now your body is just beginning to heal. So as I said, your cravings will then start to decrease, which means that you're going to start to feel even more in control. And after 2 to 3 months, your lungs actually begin to repair themselves. So yeah, that cardio that you hate, that you're always out of breath for, that's easy. You can do that. You are that girl that can do a little 5k run. I say a little 5k run, I can't even do a 5k run, and it's not little, it's a lot. Kudos to you if you can do that anyway, but if you can do it without vaping, amazing. It's going to feel even better. You will probably even be able to run even more. And after a year, you are healthier, wealthier, and now you are living your best life. What is not to want about this? Okay, so there are loads of different ways you can do it. The first one I want to talk about is weaning down. So I went cold turkey, but I know for a lot of people it might be a little bit of a struggle too. I went cold turkey because I just thought to myself, I don't want to prolong this addiction. I just want to get it out of my system as quickly as possible, and if I can do it, like I said, 3 days is all it takes. I would rather just stop, drop and just do it now. But if you really feel like it's going to be super difficult for you, start to wean down. Disposable vapes I think have like 20 milligrams of nicotine, so you could easily go down to 12 and then after a week or so you could go down to maybe 7 or 5 milligrams, and then you could go to 3, and then just 0. I think by the time you get to 0 though, you could probably just throw the whole thing away altogether, because what's the point? You're just putting flavoured air in your body for what? Start listening to things that are going to encourage you and motivate you, and not only just listening to things, watching it, reading it, just anything you're consuming, make sure it's the opposite of vaping. So I listened to an audiobook called Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Vaping. That was really good. I had my headphones in and I would go for walks on my lunch breaks to just distract myself. I even started listening to this a little bit in the gym when I got a bit bored of my music. Absolute game changer, and it really just talks about the mental effects of quitting and how much better you will feel without it, and how you can basically just get your control back. So the moment you quit, the moment you start to get your control back. Also joining like forums like Quit Vaping on Reddit. There's an app called I Am Sober, which has like a whole section for people that want to quit vaping, and you can just read what other people's experiences are, and you can also ask questions and things like that in it. I find that you are more likely to do something when other people are kind of holding you accountable, or you can see other people experiencing it with you, so just do that. A replacement. I think one of the biggest issues is we have this like hand to mouth issue when it comes to vaping. So try chewing some gum, try drinking tea, anything that's going to essentially replace that vape. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I even started using a straw, which was just like literally a paper straw. I would sit there and just blow in and out of it, and after a while you just don't even want to do it because you feel a bit silly as well. It works. Anything to sort of mimic that hand to mouth. The other one as well that I would recommend is a Ripple Plus. It is a, I guess in essence it's still a vape. They call it like an aromatherapeutic diffuser, but this is like a 0% nicotine vape, and it has like way less chemicals and things like that in it, so that is a really good way to start if you want to just go on something that is 0% and just get the nicotine out of your system, and then eventually you're just not really going to see a purpose for using a 0% vape. I have one and I bought it just for backups in situations for when I might feel like I might want to vape, like when I'm out social, and to be honest I've not even needed to use it, but I mean we'll get onto that part in a bit and my experience. Mullein leaf or mullein leaf, I don't know how to pronounce it. Once again, I'm just butchering pronunciations in this video. I can't even say pronunciation. This is a tea. It's a plant extract that actually cleanses your lungs, so when you drink this it will bring up a whole load of mucus. I drank it and like a first hour my chest started to feel tight, and I think it's because all the mucus started to build up from like being released, but yeah, amazing. It just clears you out. Same thing like going to the sauna and doing steam rooms and things like that. When you breathe in that moisture, it will loosen up all of the mucus that has been built up on your lungs from smoking, and you can just clear it out and get rid. So you are literally doing an internal detox, and also you are going to sweat it out as well, which is great if you go to a sauna. So you are clearing out those lungs, and your lungs are going to love you. My quitting experience. So I started weaning down for quite a long time back in 2024 because I just didn't want to vape anymore. I did a abs class at the gym and I noticed that I was struggling to breathe so much that I thought to myself, this is not normal. I can't be sitting here struggling to breathe and I'm like the right age of 26, like that is not happening. So I slowly just reduced. I went down to 0%, which was great, and then slowly after that I just used it as and when. It was mainly just when I was out and about with friends and things like that, and then this year I just decided to just throw it away because I was like, what's the point? This is an expense, it's not good for me, I'm not even enjoying it that much anymore, so let's just get rid of it. I also just didn't want to rely on something, a little plastic stick I have to pay £7 for to make me feel normal. I tried to make myself feel better by then getting a refillable vape, which is also rechargeable, but then again I was thinking to myself, this isn't fun. I have to go all the way to the shop or do an order, I'm spending £15 to £20 in something, I'm itching for it to come in the post. I would rather spend that on skin or just getting nice food or buying myself something nice to wear. What really pushed me to quit is just realising how much control nicotine actually had on my life. I reminded myself as well that nicotine only stays in my system for 3 days, and I'm not even going to joke with you. Yes, the first 3 days are super turbulent. First 3 to 5 were super turbulent. I was getting night sweats quite a lot. I was pretty snappy. Things would come up at work and I'd get super stressed out, and where I would normally go and grab my vape, I was just sitting there and I was just crying about it. And you will cry, you will feel really annoyed, but I thought to myself, I need to feel these emotions. These are the emotions that make me human. When you're feeling an emotion, it's your body telling you that they're not happy with something. So why are you going to block that out of your life with a little plastic vape? I want to feel these emotions. I want to deal with it. I'm 27 years old. I'm a grown woman. I want to be able to deal with my emotions, and I did. And to be honest, after about 10 minutes, that feeling just subsided of feeling like crap. I found the solution to my issue rather than just sitting there and vaping through it, and that's how I've dealt with all of my problems, and that's the message. It really doesn't last forever. Literally after that, it's all mental. So I just rewired my thinking. I indulged back into the gym. To be honest, I've always been like going to the gym, but I made it like a bit more of a core focus. I indulged in content creation. I indulged in just doing deep breathings, and eventually I'm now just free from it. And honestly, now I see people panicking over a vape and I just kind of feel a bit sorry for them. I used to be that girl, but now I am so much happier without it. So besties, if you are still vaping, I'm hoping that some of the things that I mentioned in this video are going to make you rethink into what I'm talking about. But please take this as your sign to quit. Your body, your soul, your mind, your purse are all going to thank you for it, and your future self will too. Let me know in the comments if you're quitting and what helped you, and any questions that you've got as well. Let's start a little discussion about it, and I'll probably have another video that will pop up here. So if you like my stuff, make sure you watch my videos and subscribe. I post every week, and I will see you soon. Bye.